This is video number 3 of my story of consistently exceeding 100 ideal clients' expectations working 3 days a week, as I did for week after week, month after month for many years. In part 2, we fixed the central work product required by ideal clients if your goal is to consistently exceed their expectations. We call this the Comprehensive Written Lifetime Financial Strategy. This is going to be the crown jewel, which forms the basis for creating an extraordinary client experience. This document is going to create all future meeting agendas and will give you the insights that you need to exceed client expectations. Without this document, nothing else works. Now, in this video, we're going to move into stage 2. Building and leading the team to take over the creation of this document. By building a team to create the Comprehensive Written Lifetime Financial Strategy, this will make your business scalable. The question is, what does the team look like and who do you hire first? The very first hire is your administrative manager. Now, this is not just a typical administrative or clerical position. The administrative manager role I created to really run things in the office. The administrative manager is the backbone of your practice. Clients will rely on this person. You will rely on this person. With a strong administrative manager, you can consistently exceed the expectations of up to 100 ideal clients. All the other deliverables team members that I'll be describing in this video can and usually are simply contracted specialists in areas of finance. A tax accountant, estate planning lawyer, investment manager who's a chartered financial analyst, these kinds of specialists. The administrative manager's job is to run 4 routines in your business every single week. Now, these routines were created to keep the business running like a well-oiled machine. They're simple for me to describe to you, but I cannot tell you how powerful these 4 routines are when they're executed consistently. The first routine is the prioritized action list. Your administrative manager will maintain a prioritized action list, which is a to-do list, just to make sure that nothing that's promised to a client ever falls through the cracks. There I am, working through my week. I'm interacting with clients throughout the day. I'm working 3 days a week, so I'm either in client progress meetings or I'm on the phone returning calls to clients. After every interaction, it's the administrative manager's job to get with me and make note of all the things that we discussed in that interaction and to list all the action items that came out of that interaction. That's the administrative manager's job, not mine. The administrative manager will get with you and do a quick debrief after every client interaction. That's number 1. The administrative manager is responsible for making sure that every commitment to a client actually gets done. The second routine is documented processes. I created a method, which I'm happy to share with you, on how to document every process in your firm, any client-facing procedure, to document it in 20 minutes or less. Most firms do not document processes. In this method, we document every client-facing procedure. And why do we document that? For consistency. The goal of our firm is to create less friction for the client and make the experience enjoyable for them. It takes a little bit of time to dial in every procedure, but once you do, you want to make sure it's documented so that it's consistently executed every time. That way your business never relies on memory. The third routine that the administrative manager is responsible for on a weekly basis is problem solving. So I think we can all agree that as well-run as any business is, you still have problems that crop up, things that agitate clients. Maybe it's one of the institutions that drops the ball, whatever the case. I have created a tool. Again, I'm happy to share with you. It's called the Focus Solution, so that when a problem does arise, every single time the administrative manager is trained to notice the problem, capture the essential elements of what caused the problem, and then document a solution to the problem. Every time a problem is resolved using this method, we document that as a permanent solution so that problem never happens again. Finally, the fourth routine that is required for the administrative manager to implement on a weekly basis is a spreadsheet called the Weekly Project Status Update Report. I want you to envision a spreadsheet where every active project that you have up and running in your business is listed on the spreadsheet. In our firm, it's typically client acquisition, client service, business operations. We have these projects that are continually running. But from time to time, there's a new project that pops up, maybe a client appreciation dinner. I do seminars occasionally. So whatever's currently front burner, as far as a project that's actively running, it's going to show up on the spreadsheet. It's the administrative manager's job to identify and report to me the status of each of these projects on a weekly basis, and to show on the spreadsheet which of the projects is on track and which of the projects might be off track. If a project's off track, guess what? The administrative manager has to go back to the problem-solving tool and work through it to propose to me a solution to get the project back on track. With these 4 routines firmly in place, you will never have a project get off track for more than 1 week. These are the 4 routines that keep your business running like a Swiss watch. When I first hire an administrative manager for one of our offices, I'll give them a try, but they must have all 4 of these routines, which I will explain thoroughly on their first day on the job, and I'll help them as they need it. But they've got to have all 4 of these routines up and running consistently by their 3rd week. I'm looking for 3 consecutive weeks of these 4 routines being executed at a high level. If they can't get these 4 routines up and running by the 3rd week, they're just not the right fit for this job. It's that simple. Once the administrative manager's in place, now you shift focus and you build the client deliverables team. What does that look like? This is the team that consists of the 5 subject matter experts: tax, financial planning, investment management, estate planning, risk and safety. These are the 5 experts that are going to take over the comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy. Now, at least one of these subject matter experts, my preference would be that it's the financial planning subject matter expert, but one of them should be a next-gen advisor. What's that? A next-gen advisor is typically a younger advisor, and the only thing that makes them next-gen is they are skilled with AI. They're very comfortable utilizing artificial intelligence. So the model that I recommend is for your next-gen subject matter expert to utilize AI to create, when a new ideal client is required, that subject matter expert creates a comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy, a draft. They create this draft strategy in all 5 areas. So what's the role of the other 4 subject matter experts? It's easy. Now that a draft has been created, think of it as a motion on the table by the next-gen advisor. Well, the other 4 subject matter experts who are highly skilled, extremely experienced, their job is simply to review and improve this draft. The role is pretty simple for the remaining subject matter experts. If I hand you a draft of a comprehensive written lifetime tax strategy or estate planning strategy or money management strategy, then with your skill and experience, could you look at this draft document, tell me what you think is missing, what is it that you would do that's not listed here, and above all, what can you do to take this to an extraordinary level? That's the team. So how long does it take to put a team like this together? About 30 days. And that includes the acquiring of an administrative manager as well. The team takes 30 days to recruit and get up and running, reviewing your next ideal client's comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy. Now you have a group of 5 people. You've got 5 subject matter experts and an administrative manager making sure that everything that's supposed to happen actually happens. How do these subject matter experts charge? Let me just say that since all you're asking 4 of these experts to do is to review a draft plan that already exists, I want you to figure something like 5 billable hours across these 5 subject matter experts. But your next ideal client is going to pay you increased compensation. Just to run through it one last time, your next gen advisor creates the first draft of the comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy across all 5 areas. Each of the subject matter experts improves the draft to a more professional, let's call it, brings it up to an extraordinary level. This ensures that every ideal client has a strategy that's both comprehensive, thorough, and continually improved. Now that you have the overarching strategy in place, that core document will create the agenda for the next 12 months. And of course, every time the client comes in, you're updating the assumptions, you're making course corrections. This plan iterates for the rest of the relationship with the client for the rest of their life. When you're assigning a skilled and experienced team of professionals tasked with upgrading and improving the overarching strategy in this manner, it's more thorough, it's more detailed than anything your ideal clients have ever seen before. It just makes the work product exceptional from their perspective. But the purpose of building and leading a team is to allow you to scale the business in size, but at the same time to improve your client service as you grow. This is one of the things that, as I was thinking this through decades ago, I worried about the fact that as I grew, I might get client complaints. The goal is no complaints. You never want to have clients saying, I used to get more attention when you were a smaller firm. The goal, and with this model, what's possible is you hear clients confirm every year that the client service is actually improving, even despite the fact that you're growing and scaling your business. When you lead an administrative manager who runs the 4 weekly routines, and you've built this contracted team, this deliverables team that reviews and improves and iterates the comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy at least annually, you've now built a business model that is both replicatable, scalable, and increases the level of service on an annual basis. This is the system that I validated over 2 decades ago, and I've implemented with other advisors. This allows you to exceed clients' expectations consistently while working. I worked 3 days a week. You can work whatever you want, but 100 ideal clients does not require 40 hours a week on your part. Before you build the team, I always recommend that you create the first 2 or 3 of these comprehensive written lifetime financial strategies yourself. You need to see what excellence looks like. You're not going to be able to lead this team at an extraordinary level unless you know what it takes to create one of these comprehensive written lifetime financial strategies. What do you need to be able to create one? You need 3 things. Now, I am assuming as a baseline that in these 5 areas that I'm talking about, financial planning, investment management, estate planning, tax planning, or de-risking a client's situation, I'm assuming that you are already skilled and have above average technical competence in at least one of these 5 areas. That being the case, you're already an expert in one of these areas. What do you need? You just need 3 things. To create a comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy, which would cover 5 areas of a client's personal financial life, you need Microsoft Word. You need some sort of a word processing program so you can document the plan for the client. You need an Excel spreadsheet and AI. If you've got all kinds of software and other tools that you've got that could impress clients, Maybe you've got financial planning software. Been in this business a long time. I see all the time cool tools and software programs that are really excellent. I would encourage you to use whatever resources you have at your fingertips. Knock yourself out. Use whatever you've got. All I'm saying is use them if you want, but they're unnecessary. If you don't have anything other than those three things, Microsoft Word, Excel spreadsheet, and AI, something like a subscription to ChatGPT, then when you attract your next ideal client, when that revenue starts coming in, then you can hire your administrative manager and you can begin acquiring your 5 contracted subject matter experts. So I recommend that you create 2 or 3 of these on your own. I'm happy to mentor you as you create these things, but as soon as you've created 2 or 3, it's time to start building and leading your team. You'll have revenue coming in. Start with the administrative manager. Your administrative manager is going to ensure that everything that's supposed to get done gets done every single week, and your subject matter experts are going to bill you for a handful of hours simply to elevate a draft comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy created by your next gen advisor, but to take it up to a level that will knock your client's socks off. In the next video, we're going to cover stage 3, the 3 metrics. I'm going to cover the 3 metrics that I've always used so that you can measure the growth of the value of your business. I'm going to share these 3 metrics, which are going to ensure that your business is solid, sound, and sustainable without having to rely on your daily involvement. Solid means client satisfaction is increasing year over year. Sound means new revenue growth is growing year over year. And sustainable means you've got a team in place that ensures the first 2 things, client satisfaction and year-over-year growth, continues whether or not you're active in the business. The idea is to get your business to a point where it runs for the client. And this is how you know with certainty that your system is working and the business is worth more every year than the previous year. If you want to learn more on how to put an administrative manager in place, up and running with these 4 routines, if you want to know more about how to build and lead a team of subject matter experts the way I've described, I encourage you to join us in the Mark of Mastery for financial advisors. It's a free community. It's there that we go deeper into building a business model that consistently exceeds client expectations. I can tell you from my own experience, it is easier to implement improvements like this when you're doing it alongside others who are doing the same thing as you, sharing successes, frustrations, while encouraging each other. That's what the Mark of Mastery is all about. I will see you in video number 4, the 3 metrics.